Every week, multiple games are released that nobody will ever see or hear of because they are buried in the depths of Steam. A lot of them, however, are free to play, available to everybody. The question is, are there any good ones worth playing buried amongst all these, or are they all just deserve to be zero plays? That's kind of what this series is for. Just go through, take a look at the free ones get released every week, and try to find the diamond in the rough. And hopefully find something good to be worthy of the title Game of the Week. Let's go ahead and jump on in. All right, welcome to Mao's Crucible. What is this about? This is definitely some retro vibes. Starter character. Other characters will be locked and can be unlocked as you play. Is it just appearance difference or different stats? Oh, they do have different stats and weapons. Okay. I definitely want melee instead of ranged. Medium slash Rosenbush. What is that? I don't know. Let's just go with whoever has the highest attack. You got 17, 16, 18. So it's a tournament to decide the next Demon Lord. Simple concept. Is it going to be 1v1 matches or? No, it's a dungeon raid. Okay. Wait. You can't turn left. Doesn't no matter. Even if you're walking left, your character faces right. That's kind of funny. Wait. But I can only attack the direction I'm looking. And now I can't turn left. So I have to circle around them in order to attack. Okay, it is just a flat 4 health. So I need to keep up with how many... Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a roguelike. So as I kill them, I get stronger automatically. Oh, it's based... The direction I'm looking is based on the cursor. That makes a lot more sense now. Okay. It just wasn't the most intuitive, but it's definitely an effective thing. Oh, heck yes. Yeah, we're just going full auto build. Mage. Oh, we got bigger shadows now. They have a lot more HP. It's a very enjoyable game. Simple, roguelike, similar to many mobile apps that are out there. I like the older style, like early Nintendo color, and early Game Boy Color style graphics, pixel. The control was not quite as intuitive, but that might just be because I'm not used to playing this style of game. I did not realize that the cursor was going to affect the direction I looked until halfway through that first fight. It was enjoyable, seems like a good way to kill time. My only complaint about the game itself is the balance felt very off. Typically, it starts at the easiest and gets harder as you go along, which was the case for about the first 10 minutes or so. But by the time you got to the 15-minute mark, the difficulty just fell off. It stopped spawning the ones that shoot projectiles, which were the biggest threat. And It even stopped spawning the bigger shadow slime things that had more HP. By the end of it, it was nothing but endless armies of the little ones. And by that point, you're strong enough to just one-shot them with AoE abilities. You can literally walk through them. So they do need to tweak the balance a little bit, but not bad. If they added more, well, I can't speak on how the upper end threshold of the game because I haven't tried the multiplayer. Since it just came out, I doubt there's enough people for me to really do. Not to mention, it does say that it's experimental, so that'll be for another one. So just on the solo playthrough of this, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, which is a good way to start the week because that was the highest result I had last week. But this one is generally kind of enjoyable. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. Unity. Currently a proof of concept, not a full-fledged experience. Seemed a bit louder than normal. Fix the elevator. Oh my god, the sensitivity. I can't, okay, so I can't get into the menu once I'm in the game. That's frustrating. Got a map. Okay, there it is. Oh. No sensitivity controls. So we're like early N64 stock. Okay, I want to check this real quick. All right. One rotation across my mouse pad is 1, 2, 3, little over 4. Okay, that's gonna be disorienting, but we'll see how far. Damn it! I tried to turn right. Oh, my reactions are gonna be so slow because if I move the mouse at all, it does that. All right, where's the door? Yeah, I feel like I'm playing Turok on the N64. Been any of that? Okay, so the attack range is very unforgiving. Okay, so I can sprint. What am I stuck on? Why can't I walk forward? Okay, so there's like an invisible wall there that probably shouldn't be there. The heck? The game's bugged. Yeah, I can't walk past this line here. The game broke. God, the pixelization. I think that's an enemy? Yeah, okay. So you definitely have to play the line on the hitboxes. Okay. Alright, I got one more hallway to search. Alright, is there headshot damage? Doesn't seem like it. Wait. Bro, how would I have seen that on just a pass through? Okay, well, we got the key. This really does feel like Turok or like early N64 games, like maybe GoldenEye or something. Is this the one that was locked? No. Where was the one that was locked? Next hallway. All right, well, we found the breaker. Why do you have horns? and a crap load of HP. What the heck? Well, that was just a waste of ammo. You are ugly. Don't even have a face. So thoughts on that one? I don't know what's going on with the spawns because I did spawn on either a different floor or in a different designed floor every respawn. So I don't know if it's procedurally generated or if it's bugged because that last one I spawned on a floor where I legitimately could not walk through an invisible wall. If you're a fan of the early N64 style graphics, that's a plus. Honestly, for me, this is kind of hard to look at. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the retro style, but you still have to make it so you can tell what things are. They need to find the line there. If that key had not had the bright green emerald on it, I never would have found it. And at the end of the hallway, I couldn't even tell that it was a zombie sometimes. So not a bad game. It is still enjoyable, but it's not one I would play again. They did say it's a proof of concept, so hopefully it'll be a little bit better once the full game is released. But yeah, since it was one I disliked more than I liked, I do have to give it a lower score. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10, I think. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, Tailsmiths. What is this box that keeps appearing in top left? Oh.
Aram Curry Latte, Raya Galanta, Ayana Cardula, Yev Lasta, others Auron Sanev, Uran Kelora, Hassawan and Shaw.
King Queen will to a year. Fadjig een mol Krugan, is rud Yentake or Hanakti, upon the Shanori Sula.
At least it has subtitles. Dodge the ferocious herds of boar to arrive at the Antater Mors.
Turk Alta.
Camera not detected. The player. WASD. Okay, how did we go from nice looking cinematics to this? So is it just repeating the same mission? No, okay. Throw the spears. Oh, okay, so do I hold it? Yeah, okay. Is it hit scan? So is this just a series of mini games to go along with the story? What it seems like. Resist the temptation and reach the true end. Take the treasure or continue deeper into the cave. I mean, this is based on Irish folklore. I don't know any Irish folk tales, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, an item that proves you reach the boundary between our realm and Seeds. I mean, it's supposed to identify a boundary. So far, this was the first thing I've seen that actually looks like a boundary. I'm gonna take the feather. I guess that's a pass. I don't know the story. Well, I guess that was correct. Okay. So that does seem to be the entire game, is you have various folk tales from different countries, and you are playing through those folk tales redesigned as mini games. I mean, it's definitely an interesting concept, and the graphics are on point. But at the same time, it is quite boring, especially for someone who's not familiar with those tales. I mean, if it was a folk tale I had grown up with and know the history of, like most of the Disney ones from the Grimm tales, the Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, all that kind of stuff, then yeah, I would at least know what's going on. But I have no context except for what's in the subtitles. So this just is kind of boring for me personally. If you're a European folklore buff, then hey, it might be good for you. But for me, the only redeeming quality I can give it is the graphics and animation. The story and gameplay itself is very lackluster, to the point I'm actually going to have to give it a 3 out of 10. Simply because it feels more like work than games. All right, let's go check out the next one. Goodberry Games. A game for Ludum Dare 56? Don't know who that is. So is there no sound? Oh, no, there is. No kitchens? Oh, it's tile based, like Final Fantasy Tactics style. Okay. Monstrosities, bury your knife deep within them. Oh, so I'm supposed to be attacking these? Okay, I see how it works. It's like I'm playing a tabletop game. Okay, I like this. So it's my turn again? And that's his attack pattern. So can the priest, like, heal? No? Oh, they can heal. Okay. I definitely need to keep him alive. Ineffective. Okay, so I'm assuming it's going to be color-based. Can I attack through a teammate? I can. So yellow beats blue, blue beats red, red beats yellow. Okay. All right. And hopefully he only moves one space like he did last time. That'll only have him spawn. Okay, so that was it. This reminds me of the old Flash games I used to play in the browser in high school when I was done with my work. Um, yeah, good game, enjoyable. Honestly, my only complaint is how short it is. I could see this being a full game, multiple levels, deep dive on that. Yeah, that's gonna be my only complaint is how short it is and lack of replayability. Because once you know up the patterns, it's very easy to complete it every time. So I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. Enjoyable game, just very short. All right, last game for this week, Monster Lab Simulator. First one that's had actual useful controls. What happened? Oh, graphics are on point. Definitely the most professional looking one we've had so far. Combined essences evolve strange creatures and unlock rare mutations. Each experiment brings you closer to building the ultimate monster collection. Are you ready to become the greatest monster scientist of all time? Wish list. So I'm guessing this is like a beta. Injection to incubation, hatch. Interesting. Yeah, so this is definitely like a beta test, I think. So where's the starting point? Up here? No, battle arena, out of order. This is like the Dragon Island apps and stuff that you see everywhere. Oh, here we go. You buy the eggs through the tablet. Not available in demo, so I've only got 3 types of eggs I can use. Let's just start with a common one. So I bought the egg. Oh, here it is. It appears in the middle. Now what do I do with the egg? I need a serum. Where do I, and then I inject it with the serum. Where do I do that at? I guess we'll just follow the tutorial instead of looking around. To open cargo box, right mouse button. While holding, press G to drop or V to throw. Oh, I can get a synthesis machine now. Oh, it just gave me one. Okay. Press X while holding it. I got a nary. Interesting. You can chunk them. Okay, that's... This is for science. Don't get mad at me. Ah. What? Okay, so it cannot be cooked. Okay. Don't be bad. It had to be tried. It had to be tried. So I'm definitely going to come back and revisit this game once they add the PvP and it gets the full version. Or at least it'll depend on if this game remains free or what the price point is. I can't imagine this one being free because it does have a decent level of depth to it. I honestly don't know how to rate this one, given that it's just the demo. If I'd realized it was a demo, I probably would have skipped it for now. So I'm going to say, for now, it is a 5 out of 10. Because the graphics are great, mechanics are great. There's just nothing you can really do other than creating them. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10 for now. But depending on how the combat system ends up going with multiplayer, I can see it being an 8 out of 10. Just to make sure this one's covered all the way, we're going to go ahead and watch the trailer for it real quick because I definitely did not explore all of the mechanics since there's currently no end game. I mean, even in the trailer here, the wall up there, you can see where the arena door is eventually going to be. But just to kind of show off some of the other mechanics that we didn't go through. Wait, it let him throw it in the fire. They can catch on fire. Okay, so you can't just stick them in the orbs like I was trying to do. You have to have an orbing machine. So yeah, assuming it's free or fairly cheap when it comes out, I'll probably be revisiting this one at some point. Yeah, that's it for this week's. Now, for this week, we do have one honorable mention, not because it was low quality, but probably because it's too high of quality. The series is intended for the more niche kind of indie games that appear on Steam. Now we have a fairly major title released free to play this week on Steam, which obviously would not be a fair comparison. So we're just going to go ahead and watch the trailer and leave it as an honorable mention, but I'm not going to do any gameplay of it. There's plenty of people already out there doing reviews of it. And obviously, we're talking about the new Battlefield that just released. Take a look.
Approaching the drop zone. Expect heavy resistance as you enter the redacted sector. Consider everyone down there a threat. Good hunting.
Let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. A state that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. The track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. We in that sunshine state where the bomb ass hit beat. Smoking and grinding like a slow jam. It's west side, so you know roll around down to no man. Say what you say. Let me serenade the streets of LA. From Oakland to Sacktown. From Bay Area and Blacktown. Cali is with it, but they not down.
Yeah, so definitely looks like high quality. Um, Personally, I'm not a fan of just straight shooters. So I don't play Apex or Call of Duty or any of those. So not really my thing, but I imagine it's going to have a pretty hefty player base. Typically, the only shooter games I play are ones that have a bunch of other random crap in it, like Overwatch, where I can fly around the map on Junkrat mines, or original Fortnite with where I spent 90% of the time building. Um, but yeah, just straight shooters aren't really my thing. So now for what everyone was waiting for, this week's game of the week. I've got to give it to Mao's Crucible. Simple concept, roguelike, go through, try to survive the time limit, level up as you go, collecting better items, effects, but it plays very well. It is kind of mind numbing, but it's a good way just to relax and kill time while you're doing other things. And at the end of the day, that is what games are for, is just to have fun. And while the others, there were several that have potential, this is the one I enjoyed for the most this week. Don't really know what else to say about that. There's nothing that really stands out for it, but it definitely has potential for growth if they, especially with the multiplayer aspect being added to it. Not really sure how that's going to work yet, but hey, got to give it to them. So that's going to wrap it up for this week. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, hey, according to YouTube, 98% of y'all watching are not subscribed. So you know what to do if you want to see more. But for now, y'all have a good one.